So I had an opportunity. I was like looking forward to this game. Like I was looking forward to this game a lot, man. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I watched all, every single like female college basketball game, but I don't watch every men's college basketball game, man. I really don't. I watch the ones that are are the ones that have like a big impact, like the ranked teams versus each other, or just matchups that I want to see, players that I want to see. Just like most casual fans, that's what I do. And I cannot tell you, man, how excited I was to see this USC versus UCLA, man. Juju Watkins, just I really wanted to see her, man, like kind of do her thing against Lauren Betts and Kiki Rice and UCLA. So and this matchup did not disappoint at all, man. I'm not gonna lie, like UCLA came into it undefeated. USC obviously has a couple of losses on the season. Um, I thought, and this is just my personal opinion. Um, I don't necessarily think that USC's team is like super great. I feel like they have a couple of good players. Like obviously Juju's like on another level. Um, but I think as a whole, like UCLA's team, top to bottom, is there's a reason why they were undefeated going into this game because they have a top to bottom roster that is really good. And that's not to say that USC doesn't have a good roster. You can't be 22-2 or 20 whatever it is 23-2 like they are without having good players. I just think that UCLA, I just think that they have probably the best roster, top to bottom roster. I'm not saying that they're the best team. I just say I think that they have the best roster. So to see this game, it kind of went a lot in a lot of ways like I thought it was going to. I knew Juju was going to come out, and I knew she was going to try to set the tone, let them know right out the gate that I'm that one. You know what I'm saying? And she did. She came out, she took a couple of shots, knocked down a 3-pointer early, kind of got her going, and it was kind of one of those back and forth type games, pretty much the entire game, close fought game. Um, at the end of the day, Juju was just too much for him, man. She ended up scoring 37 points, and what I like about Juju, man, I made this comparison before, and I really feel like it's a fair assessment, man. Juju reminds me, if I'm speaking in terms of like the men's, the men's players, she reminds me of a cross between Kobe Bryant and Glenn Big Dog Robinson, and she just kind of has like that. She's kind of got that strong build, like a. And I don't want to compare. I don't want to compare a female to a man, but I'm just talking about the style in which she plays. She kind of bullies like the players out there, like especially like the smaller players, like a Big Dog. But she just, man, she got the whole flair in like the game, like a Kobe Bryant, like I said. So it's really like a cross between those two, and I just like the way she played. Now sometimes I'm not gonna lie, I do feel like sometimes she feel like she got to do a lot more than what she does. So she presses a lot, and that could just be because like I said, I don't think that team top to bottom is like a super great team, but she just got that dog in her, man, and you need somebody like that because sometimes a player like that can will you to victories. Excuse me. So you need that. You need somebody that got that dog in her like that, and that just has her skill set. So I really, really like Juju's game a lot, man. She's definitely a top three women's NCAA player right now. But she's not my favorite, man. She's not my favorite. I'm gonna tell y'all, man. The team that I like to win it all, the player that I enjoy watching the most is I like Hannah Hidalgo, man. I like Hannah, man. Man, everything about her, man. She's tough. She's not the biggest player. I think she only like 5'7", something like that. But boy, boy, Hannah be out there cooking, boy. I mean, like she get buckets. She ain't afraid to go to the cup, amongst the giants. She can pass like nobody's business. Like Hannah nice, man. She dumb nice, and like her team, this Notre Dame team, man. I don't really see anybody beating them when it come tournament time. Now I could be wrong. I mean, obviously, like if I'm going Notre Dame versus the field, like obviously there's a lot of opportunity for them to lose. But I'm just looking at the teams that they have beaten throughout the season. Let's talk about it. So they beat number 21 Cal. This was earlier in the season. They beat number 17 Georgia Tech. They beat number 17 North Carolina. They beat number 2 UConn. And they beat number 4 Texas. And they beat the team that we just talked about, number 3 USC. And their only 2 losses came against Utah, who at the time people probably would have thought it was a bad loss, but that team is now like 18-5, 19-5, something like that. So they're probably going to more than likely they're making the tournament. And they also lost to, I believe they lost to TCU. Yeah, they lost to TCU, which is obviously a top-ranked team right now. So that Notre Dame women's team, man, I think they loaded from top to bottom. Great guard play. They just Olivia Miles, Sonia Citron, obviously Hannah Hidalgo. They just got a really good team, and I think that they have everything that it takes to to show up and show out when it comes tournament time. So I'm kind of looking forward to it, man. I think that this women's game is really taking a lot of steps forward. I think they're starting to get a lot more fans, and it could be like the Caitlin Clark effect and the Angel Reese effect. But regardless, man, I'm happy to see it. I'm all about supporting all sports. So regardless of who it is or what gender it is, like if it's good gameplay, then that's what I want to see. So I'm looking forward to March Madness when it comes to the ladies side, almost as much, if not more, than what I'm looking for the men's side. So we'll see what happens with my prediction as far as Notre Dame goes, but we'll revisit that in a couple of weeks. We'll see what's going on. But I also want to talk about my Michigan Wolverines. I just want to talk about them real quick. Man, they beat up on Ohio State again. What else is new? Man, the OSU, man, can y'all beat us at anything, man? Like, can y'all beat us at, like, field hockey? Man, y'all might have to switch it up, man. Maybe y'all might be able to beat us at, like, maybe y'all could beat us at, like, synchronized swimming or something like that, But, no, I'm just joking, man. I'm messing with y'all OSU fans. Y'all did get a natty in football, man, so I'm just giving y'all a hard time, man. But this was actually a really good game, and it came down to the wire. I'm not gonna lie, like I really thought y'all had our number, just because it was kind of a back and forth game. We would get like a 6-8 point lead or whatever. Y'all would come back. Y'all would take like a little lead for a minute. I mean, we had the lead the majority of the game, but when it got down to the end, I just felt like what's my man's name? Thornton, the guard Thornton. I just felt like he was just bullying our guards, getting to the cup, shooting these little floaters, man. And he was just, his game was just money. You know what I'm saying? So like, it shocked the hell out of me, man, on that last play where he ended up getting a switch. He ended up getting our big guy on him, Danny Wolf, and Danny Wolf actually falls down, and Thornton has like a wide open floater that he's been making all night, like literally not a person in between him and the basket. And this dude airballs this floater. And I was just like, man, you want to talk about breathing a sigh of relief? Because that, like I said, that game could have went either way. It was a close game, and to see him, to see my man fall and Thornton had that wide open floater, I was just like, I mean, it would have just pushed the game into overtime, but still, when you're on the road, man, you don't necessarily want to go to overtime, because a lot of times, the home team ends up gaining that momentum when it comes to overtime. And so I didn't want to see it go to overtime. I just wanted us to, finish it in regulation, which we did, and I'm happy about it. But I got to be honest, man, like it's been a couple of dark years for my Wolverines, man, with, Jawan again. Jawan, man, I love you, brother. I've been watching you since the Fab 5 days. I really truly wanted to see you succeed as a former Wolverines player, to come back and coach your alma mater. I just really wanted to see you succeed, man. And you had a couple of good years in the beginning. I just think it kind of all went downhill from, the whole incident with the putting your hands on the coach from Wisconsin or whatever. But again, like at this point, man, it's over and done with. I really truly like the product that's being put out there right now. We did a great job with the transfer portal and bringing some guys in. I mean, this Danny Wolf guy, man, he truly looks like, this dude reminds me of, and I know the guys said it on the call during that game. They said it reminded them of Dirk Nowitzki, which he does. But to me, I think he's a cross between, it's two Germans actually, a former Wolverine and Dirk Nowitzki. I think he reminds me of a cross between Dirk Nowitzki and Franz Wagner. I think the way he takes the big steps and kind of glides to the basket like a Franz Wagner, the way he can put the ball on the deck like Franz, but he also got the little 1 foot, fadeaways and stuff like that, like Dirk. So he shocked me this year, man. I didn't know really anything about him prior to this season. Like I said, I'm a casual men's college basketball fan, so I'm not going to sit here and act like I watch every single game. So I didn't really know much about him going into this season, but he's a player, man. I really like him a lot. I think he's probably our best all-around player. Excuse me. I really do like our guard play, and I think when it comes to tournament time, in both men's and women's, I think guard play ultimately is what determines who ends up cutting down the nets. So I really do like our guard play. I think our guards, when they're on, they can pretty much play with any of these other guards in the country. So, but yeah, I'm proud of them, man. I'm proud that they've made this huge turnaround. I think they're saying this is the biggest turnaround in Michigan Wolverines history, or the fastest turnaround, or something like that. So definitely proud of them, man. I think the sky's the limit for the squad. And I'm looking forward to see what they do, come tourney time.